This person finds you when you least expect it. Okay, we need to talk about what is being confirmed in this reading. The Lovers and Nine of Swords. This is significant. The energy hit me fast when these two came out together. This is not about some distant future romance. This is about something happening soon while you are still working through your own stuff. Let me start with the Nine of Swords because this is where you are right now. This card is you at 3 in the morning with your brain running circles. The figure sits up in bed surrounded by 9 swords hanging over them, like every worry you have ever had made visible. But look closer at this card. Those swords are not touching the person. They are hanging there suspended. Your fears about love, about being alone, about whether you are even ready for someone new, they feel so real, but they are not actually hurting you right now. What I see in this card for you specifically is the mental loop you have been stuck in about relationships. Maybe you keep thinking about your ex. Maybe you are convinced you are too broken or too much work for someone to love. Maybe you are telling yourself you need to have everything figured out before love can find you. The Nine of Swords is saying that is all mental noise. Yes, you have been through things. Yes, you have reasons to be cautious. But the stories you are telling yourself about why love cannot happen for you right now are keeping you trapped in this sleepless, anxious state. This card appeared because the universe needs you to see that your readiness for love is not determined by whether you have solved every personal issue. It is not determined by whether you feel completely healed or whether you have your career figured out or whether you lost those 10 pounds. The Nine of Swords is your mind creating problems that do not exist yet. It is you rejecting love before it even has a chance to show up because you are so convinced you are not ready for it. Then we have the Lovers and everything shifts. This card is not just about romantic love. It is about divine timing and soul connections and choices that change everything. In traditional tarot, the Lovers represents a significant relationship entering your life. But it also represents the moment when you have to choose between fear and love. The angel above the couple is Raphael, the archangel of healing. This tells me that love is coming as medicine for everything the Nine of Swords has been putting you through. What stopped me when I pulled this card is how it responds directly to your mental spiraling. While you have been lying awake wondering if you will ever find someone, the universe has been orchestrating this meeting. The Lovers is confirmation that someone is already on their way to you. Not in 6 months, not after you finish working on yourself, soon. And this person shows up specifically because you need them right now, not because you have become perfect. The naked figures in the Lovers represent authenticity and vulnerability. This person is going to see you exactly as you are, including all the parts you think make you unlovable, and they're going to choose you anyway. The tree behind the woman is the tree of knowledge, which means this relationship teaches you something important about yourself. The tree behind the man bears flames, representing passion and transformation. Together, these symbols tell me this is not just casual dating. This is the person who changes how you see love entirely. What really strikes me about this combination is the healing aspect. Your Nine of Swords anxiety about love gets answered by the Lover showing up with actual love. Not love you have to earn or prove you deserve, love that just is. These two cards together create something powerful. The Nine of Swords represents your current mental state about love, and the Lovers represents love arriving anyway. This is the universe saying your readiness does not determine timing. You have been telling yourself you are not prepared for a relationship. But love does not wait for permission. It shows up when it shows up. What I see happening is this: you are going to meet this person during a time when you are still processing your own stuff. Maybe you just had a therapy session that left you feeling raw. Maybe you are having one of those weeks where you feel like a mess, and then they appear, not because the timing is perfect, but because the timing is right. The contrast between these cards tells me this person finds you in your real life, not your highlight reel. They see you when you are tired or stressed or not wearing makeup or worried about something completely unrelated to them. And instead of running, they lean in. The Nine of Swords teaches you that your worst fears about love are just fears. The Lovers teaches you what love actually feels like when it is real. The combination promises that you do not have to choose between working on yourself and being in a relationship. You can do both. This person becomes part of your healing, not an obstacle to it. Here is what you need to do right now. First, stop using your personal growth as an excuse to avoid love. I need you to hear this clearly because this is where you are blocking yourself. Every time you think you are not ready, remember the Lover's card. Love does not require you to be finished with your personal development. It requires you to be open. Second, pay attention to the people showing up in your regular life over the next few weeks. This is not someone you meet on a dating app after swiping for hours. The Lover's energy is organic, natural. This is someone who appears in your normal routine. Maybe at work, maybe through friends, maybe at the coffee shop you go to every Tuesday. The Nine of Swords has had you so focused on your internal world that you might miss them if you are not paying attention. Third, when you feel that familiar anxiety about whether you are good enough or ready enough for love, do something physical to interrupt the spiral. Go for a walk, call a friend, do 10 push-ups. The Nine of Swords loses its power when you refuse to sit with it at 3 in the morning, feeding it more worried thoughts. Your brain is going to try to convince you this person is too good for you or that the timing is wrong. Do not believe it. The questions you need to ask yourself right now: what stories have you been telling yourself about why love cannot happen for you? Be specific, write them down, then read them out loud and notice how ridiculous some of them sound. What would it feel like to be chosen by someone while you are still figuring things out? Really sit with that possibility because it is about to become your reality. If someone showed up tomorrow who wanted to love you exactly as you are right now, what would you need to let go of to receive that love? You are about to learn that love does not wait for perfect timing. It creates perfect timing. The person coming toward you does not need you to be healed from everything. They need you to be willing to heal together. Your Nine of Swords season is ending not because you solved all your problems, but because love is stronger than your problems. This is someone who sees your anxiety and does not make it about them. They see your past and do not hold it against your future. They see your quirks and find them endearing instead of annoying. You are going to realize that all the work you thought you needed to do on yourself was actually preparing you to recognize real love when it shows up. This reading showed up for you today because this is happening soon, within weeks, not months. Comment below and tell me what has been keeping you awake lately, because I bet it is connected to what the Lovers is about to resolve. This is a collective reading. More readings on Lorelai's Tarot. Link is in the bio. Keep what connects and let the rest go. I will never contact you privately asking for money or anything else. You came here for an answer. The cards just gave it to you.